They have not used 99% of their fullest potential. Man is using only 1% of this total potential. How the data is manipulated inside this hardware, and what is the connection between this mind and this body, this software and this body, every damn thing is given in this manual, and that manual is what I am calling it as spirituality. Spirituality is not about leaving everything and going. Spirituality, in one word, if I want to say, it is the manual of your life. It is not about leaving life, it is about living life with the fullest potential. That's what is called as spirituality. You don't have to leave life. You can enjoy everything in life, whatever you want to enjoy. You have a family, do your job, you want to start a business, you become a millionaire, you become the king of the whole world. That's not at all a problem. But don't own anything. That is also a law. It is not my law. The spiritual law, one of the laws, it says you can enjoy everything, but never claim any ownership. Ownership is the problem. What is the problem? If I own something, the intention of owning something comes inside you, you start suffering. You are not suffering because you are enjoying something. You are suffering because you are owning that which you are enjoying it. That is where the problem. Say, for example, if you're driving a BMW car, this is your car, you're driving. It's a brand new car which you're driving on the road. Suddenly, somebody throws stone on the windshield of this car. Windshield is broken. Now, along with that, your heart is broken. Because, my God, my windshield is broken. The stone did not hit your heart. The stone, didn't damage yourself. You don't have a single scratch. You are completely safe. Only your car's windshield is completely broken. Now, with this tremendous suffering you are going through because your brand new BMW car has been damaged. Now, look at the same scenario with a different situation. Now, you are traveling in your friend's car. It's a brand new BMW car. The same incident happens to that car. You are sitting as a passenger, your friend is driving. Now the stone comes and hits on the shield. Windshield is broken. You look at it, your friend's heart will break. You're not completely, no suffering at all. Nothing happens to you. Now what is the difference between the two situations? Now we tell, in the first situation, your heart is broken. When I ask you why you're suffering like this, why not? Because my brand new BMW car, the windshield is broken. It is not because of the windshield is broken you're suffering. It is because you're owning that car. Your car now. My car has been broken. The moment you own that material, if something happens to the material, the same damage happens to you because you're owning it. You feel the car is part of you. You and the car has become one. Now this is the problem. This is one of the spiritual law. This is one of the law which is stated in the manual. Like this, there are hundreds of, laws which is there inside the manual. You need to read the manual first in order to lead a happy life no matter what situation is happening around you. You cannot control the situation, but if you know the manual, whatever situation happens, you will not get affected. You will not suffer. You are not suffering because of the situation which is happening around you. You are suffering because you don't understand the spiritual law which says don't own anything. If you don't own anything, you don't suffer. This is one of the spiritual law. There are so many laws which is there in the existence. This is not my law. This is not the people's law. This is the law of the divine. You can call it divine. You can call it cosmos. You can call it existence. In the name of religion, whatever name you can give it is up to you. But a law is a law for everyone. It will work. You belong to this party or you belong to that religion, it will work for you. The next question, when should you learn? You have to learn at the early age, not at the age of 60. This is not about leaving everything and going into the forest. This is about being in the whole world with the bounty of life, enjoying everything, but still you don't own it. And be here, understand the law, you live happily moment to moment, moment to moment, moment to moment.
In continuation of the age-old tradition of the wisdom of India, To join the Alchemy program conducted by Guru Mitra Shiva, kindly register or call 96559 92559. Visit our website www.matangifoundation.org. Guru Mitra Shiva's Alchemy classes are conducted in Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai, Trichy, Salem, Pondicherry, Bengaluru, and London.
Now, this is the fundamental. This is the very basis of life. Without knowing spirituality, nobody can live life, because this law is the fundamental of life. If you want to live in this society, you need to understand the society law. If you want to do a particular business, you need to understand the business law. This is what Krishna calls it as Dharma. If you are living in another society, you need to understand that society's law. This is exactly what we are calling it as spirituality. For me to grow, should I learn spirituality? I don't say for you to grow, you need spirituality. Spirituality is the only way we can grow. There is no other way. By default, spirituality is only thing which will create growth. Spirituality is the law. When you abide by the law, when you are obedient with the law, you keep growing. If you move out of the alignment, if you violate the law, it will pull you down. You suffer. You not only move forward, but you suffer and it will pull you down. You lose your life, you lose your wealth, you lose everything, you lose your happiness, you lose your peace of mind. Everything vanishes. So you are stuck in life. Not only you are stuck in life, you are pulled down in life. So life is spirituality. Spirituality is life. There is no such thing as living a normal life and somebody else is living a spiritual life. Why people are existing right now? The little success which you are having in your life, it is simply because little bit of spirituality has entered into you. To what extent you are spiritual, to that extent the growth is limited. If your spirituality, if your spiritual wisdom is unlimited, you can reach the unlimited growth. You can reach the peak of life. You can use the fullest potential of this particular, hardware and software. See, the hardware is there is a software. Okay, hardware, the complete specification is given in the manual. What kind of processor, what kind of RAM, what kind of ROM, what this hardware is capable of executing. It is completely given in this particular manual. Now the software, what kind of software is installed in this hardware, whether it is Linux, whether it is Mac, or whether it is Windows or whatever, everything is clearly given. Now for you to start using this particular computer, the first thing you must know is you must read the manual carefully, and you must thoroughly know that how this particular laptop, can I use it to the fullest potential? Now spirituality is just exactly that. Your body is your hardware, your mind is your software, and the prana which is there inside, that is the electricity. Now all these things has to be understood properly. How the hardware will work, what are all the laws which is governing the hardware, you must know. And how this software is working, how the data is entered there, how the data is stored there, how the data is retrieved there, how the data is manipulated inside this hardware, and what is the connection between this software and this body. Every damn thing is given in this manual, and that manual is what I am calling it as spirituality. Without knowing that manual, you cannot even use the vehicle. That is why today science is claiming that this whole potential of man, this is not my data. Today the science has declared that is the whole humanity, 99.99% of the people in this world, they have not used 99% of their fullest potential. Man is using only 1% of this total potential. The remaining 99%, what is inside this, nobody has seen it. Nobody has understood it. Only very few people have gone through this. Even the so-called scientist, who has invented all the so-called credible gadgets in this world, in this planet, even those scientists, they have used only 4 to 6% is what the science is declaring today. The remaining 95% is still idle, even for the scientists. That's what they say. So spirituality is not out of your life. Spirituality is life. And the moment you understand that, you become one with the existence. You become harmonious with the whole. The moment you are harmonious with the whole, you become the most powerful person and you enjoy life to the fullest. And that is life. And without spirituality, you cannot move, even take one step in this life. Hope you got the point.
In continuation of the age-old tradition of the wisdom of India, to join the Alchemy program conducted by Guru Mitra Shiva, kindly register or call 96559 92559. Visit our website www.matangifoundation.org. Guru Mitra Shiva's Alchemy classes are conducted in Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai, Trichy, Salem, Pondicherry, Bengaluru and London.